One day my son asked me if I can teach him how to make pancakes. So I showed him how. Uh, Showed him the steps. Then eventually I had to ask him to do some of the steps so that he can start building confidence. Until eventually I asked him to do the whole thing without any help from me. I'm just watching there, guiding him. And he would normally complain, why do I need to do this or that? Can't you just do it for me? And I would always tell him, you know, you will not learn. You will not be a good pancake cook if you will always ask me to do something, because your skills will never grow. And why am I saying this? Because I believe that the key to understanding scripture is understanding how God is our Father. And just like I would have to ask my son to do things that he wouldn't like to do, it's just because he wants us to grow. In our first reading, we see a sick man filled with anguish, uh, and he's thinking, why is this happening? You know, and God allowed it, or probably even willed it, so that he can be disciplined. Because at the latter part, we read that uh, he will be restored even to greater depths. And it's like God telling him, you know, you can't jump from that cliff because you will die. And if you're insistent, persistent, I'll have to hold you down. And you won't like it. But while you're being held down, hopefully you will be transformed. And I will be molding your wings so that you can be ready. And when that time comes, you'll be able to fly. And the disciples were experiencing the same thing. The strong wind for them while they were in the boat was God's way of giving them a learning moment. Jesus was teaching them how to trust Him, because you cannot, you know, give your life if you do not trust. Brothers and sisters, something might be happening to you. You might have a challenge, you might be suffering with something, and you might feel that God has forsaken you or God is punishing you. Or you can trust that He is molding you and creating your wings so that rather than jumping and dying, you will be able to fly instead.